The first ever Sleep Summit event has wrapped up. We did it in beautiful Bentonville, Arkansas. A lot of people had never been there. Wow, what an amazing experience with incredible speakers. And I have one guy who took the stage, actually took the stage a couple of times, here to talk about his incredible message and why it's important to entrepreneurs. The Sleep Summit show begins right now. Mattress retailers, listen up. I've got a secret weapon for you. You ready? It's called Podium. And you've probably heard me talk about Podium because I'm a huge fan. And I've been using Podium for years because texting with your customers makes it feel like you're talking to a friend. And texting is just the beginning of what Podium is doing for mattress and furniture retailers. Podium supercharges your business with AI-powered lead conversion. Look, people are shopping. They're on your website. They're in your store. They're leaving your store. On and on it goes. But when they're ready to solve that sleep problem with a new mattress, the most responsive retailer wins. Podium powers all that communication. You can respond within seconds via text with Podium's mobile app, texting, payments, reviews, website chat. It's all right there. You need to harness the power of Podium today and start growing your business. And it starts right now when you check out podium.com.
Fam.news.
Welcome to the Sleep Summit Show, where we uncover bold ideas with innovators, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders making waves in the sleep industry. With your host, Mark Kinsley.
Oh my gosh, welcome to the Sleep Summit Show. I am like riding a high after more than 100 people converged in my backyard in Bentonville, Arkansas for Sleep Summit 2023, the first ever event of its kind. And Jason, you've done a lot of events. You've been a lot of places. You're backstage at an event right now. First of all, thank you for taking time to be here. And I just got to get your hot take on Sleep Summit.
Dude, first of all, thank you for involving me. And you should be on a high. I mean, the event was unbelievable. My LinkedIn has been blowing up from people tagging me and talking about how amazing their experience was. I got invited to this Facebook group and people are talking about it's the best event that they've ever seen in the mattress industry. So kudos to you, man. You, Tara, Adrian, the entire fam team know how to put on a show and a half and deliver amazing, amazing value. So yeah, kudos to you and the entire team. And kudos to everyone that made the trek to Bentonville and got their butts in those seats and played full out. It was an amazing, amazing event, amazing experience. And I was so touched. I know Drew and I both were touched to be there and to just be just a part of something that was really epic.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being there and making the trip and letting me continue to drag you and Drew back into the mattress business. I feel like we got our hooks in you now. People love you guys.
Dude, you hooked us. I don't know why or how, it was kind of like that boiling a frog. You're in the pot and all of a sudden you realize oh my God, I'm boiled, right? We're there and we're stuck. And I feel like it sounds like it's a lot of people's story. Somehow they got into the industry and it just snatched them up and they're stuck and that's where they are. And 20, 30, some people 40 years later, they're still there. And so we're noobs, total noobs, but super stoked to be part of this.
Well, and you're more than noobs. You guys have been in the sleep space in various capacities through your previous businesses. And let me actually do a proper job of bringing Jason Friedman into the show here, because Jason, I'll give everybody the intro that I gave you from stage at Sleep Summit, which is Jason is a legendary business builder, a serial entrepreneur, a sought after speaker, coach, and a dear friend of mine. And you've built multiple 7 to 9 figure businesses in sales. You've served clients in nearly every industry, helped universities like Harvard and Stanford raise billions of dollars, and coached and mentored top entrepreneurs across the globe. I personally call you and Drew the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen of customer experience and business building, because you guys have chops. You know how to win, and you've done this in a variety of categories. And then we got right into your speech, the 9 shifts to massive growth. And I got to ask you, for the podcast today, why was that the message you chose for this audience, the 9 shifts to massive growth?
Yeah, it's interesting. So if we go back to Dream Camp, right? So, I think everyone that's listening to this probably knows that you do this amazing kind of experiential deep dive event called Dream Camp. And Drew and I were just super honored to be brought in as the guides in April in Key West, and we had a transformational experience. And I think most of the attendees there did too. It was just a wonderful sharing, and I don't know. I'm not gonna label it right now. It was just amazing. But here's what happened. As we were there and we were kind of guiding people through, how to, add more to their customer experience, how to refine that, how to think about it differently. What we realized is that there was a piece of like how to really grow and scale your business that was missing for the people in this space that were there. And so I remember I asked everyone, I said, hey, listen, part of what we teach in customer experience is you got to give people what they want, but you also have to give them sometimes what they need. And so I remember asking the question, hey, I know you're here for customer experience, but are you open to me giving you something else that I'm sensing, I'm feeling that you need right now? And everyone was like, hell yeah, like, yeah, absolutely, we're in. And so we spent some time and I went through that presentation. I've done it for a lot of groups because what it does, if we want to grow our business, the first thing we have to do is we have to grow us. And it helps, it's what it is. It's kind of like me thinking back on my journey of the key things that I had to do, I had to learn, I had to go through, coaches had to, hold me accountable to doing. It was kind of like, what are the things through my journey and my experience of growing these businesses that we had to do in order to like have that next, break through that next ceiling of complexity, break through that next barrier that was kind of holding us back. And so I saw like there's entrepreneurs that had, multi-million dollar businesses there, but they were like 20 stores. So each store might have been $1 million, but they couldn't break through that $1 million ceiling in that store. And so it was very clear to me of to where we needed to go with that. And so we did that, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for that. I needed that. And so, like, as we brought more entrepreneurs, more sleep industry, more mattress industry professionals to the table, knowing that they were there to grow their business, to find different ways to expand what they're doing now, both their team, personally, professionally, make their lives richer, I knew it was a message that people needed to hear. And I wanted to be able to bring as much value as I possibly could. And the message is not just about business. Like I said, it's about who do we need to become to get everything we want out of our lives, out of our businesses? What do we need to do to break through those barriers? And so I just thought it was a timely, important message for everybody that was there. And I think it was pretty well received. Like it was fun to share it. And I heard lots of amazing takeaways as you were asking people, like, what did they get from it to do it? The only regret I have, Mark, the only regret is that I was delivering it on Zoom. I couldn't be there that day that we did it. So I was there on day 2. We surprised everybody, and I flew in overnight and was able to be there, but I couldn't be there. So it was a message I knew they needed to have. I knew they needed it on day 1 so that they could go to sleep that night and think more about some of the shifts and things so that they could come in on day 2 and be present to the messages that we were leaving for them. So I mean, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was in the back of the room whenever you went on stage virtually through Zoom.
Yeah.
And Harry Roberts, the original co-founder of Mattress Firm, he and I had just done a fireside chat up on stage, which was very well received. And that's one of the guys in the room who had experienced massive growth. He grew that company and he sold it. So it really kind of fit right together. So he's in the back of the room and he goes, this guy's on Zoom and he's killing it. So it came across great.
I love him. What an amazing guy to be there also sharing. It's like, this is what it was like Sleep Summit. If you weren't there, I hope you're feeling some FOMO right now, because like FOMO, fear of missing out. Like if you don't know what that is, like you should be feeling it right now. It was amazing. And I hope that you get your butts there for next year, because it is the place to be. It was just such an amazing event. Like, oh my gosh. And you have icons like Harry there and like just amazing speakers, like people talking about so many great topics. Like I learned so much being there and just seeing how people shared information and people asked great questions and just I saw people like writing notes when all the speakers were on there. And then you brought in like television stars to like share some of their journey, and they were reinforcing some of the messages. Like just holy cow, it was phenomenal, dude. Like just amazing.
I got pulled aside at the end. We had this incredible evening at Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art where we rented out this private space. And I just saw people's eyes light up like, what is this magical little gem tucked down here in the Ozark Mountains? And their guy pulled me aside when I was there and he said, hey, I just had to come and tell you something. I am so happy I have a long flight back to Maine, the state of Maine, because I have 14 pages of notes from Sleep Summit that I want to sort through, consolidate, pull out the top most meaningful moments and share with my team. That to
Yeah,
me was such an important moment.
I believe it, man. Like it's just, I almost, I saw that happening with so many people. Like that's an amazing story. And there was probably 40 more of that same story. They're going home with amazing value, amazing information, breakthrough insights, epiphanies that they have, and actionable things that they can start doing, for, with their team, with themselves, with their family, with their business. Like, what a blessing, man. Like, so, like, again, kudos to you for bringing those people together and just having the vision to do this for this industry. I know how committed you are to it. I know how passionate you are to it. And honestly, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but this is how you wrote me in for what I'll call phase two, like, because I don't even know what else to call it. But I am more excited. I'm at this event now. I got the privilege of speaking at like a couple events this week. So it's been a wild week for me. I've been flying all over the place, and all I've been talking about here is how amazing the mattress people are. And everyone's like, mattress people, because this is an event for like marketing people, and they're like, why are you talking about mattress people? I'm like, I freaking loved this event. Like, I got so much out of it, and I'm doing something really amazing with them, with this guy Mark Kinsley, and they're like, what? Like, why aren't you talking about this event? I'm like, because that's more awesome.
Hey, just bring this back to it because we've talked a lot in the furniture and mattress industry about how marketing driven the mattress component of this entire ecosystem of products is. So when you look at where the dollars are spent for furniture and mattress stores, tons and tons of money is spent on marketing mattresses
Yeah.
because inherently you can just have so much more fun with the category. You can be much more promotional. So you tell your marketing folks we're thinking about them. We appreciate everything they do as well.
Dude, Drew, like Drew's like a quick study, right? And so Drew, for those of you that know Drew, Drew's my business partner in CX Formula, and you'll hear, maybe we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing with Mark, but you'll see a lot more of Drew as well. But here's the thing, right? So Drew, we came back here, and one of the speakers, Bob Munkle, was talking about, the importance of a script, right? And like the most important, when the words matter, there's always a script. When the words matter, there's always a script. And he gave us great examples, like, I don't remember, like the Declaration of Independence was a script, like all these great things, right? And so Drew's been teaching stuff that he learned at Mattress Sleep Summit from mattress people to the marketers, because they're going out there and they're doing their marketing and they're winging it and they're missing all the key elements. And he's like, when the words matter, you need a script. Bob Munkle right there. So like we're learning straight. We're sharing stuff from different industries. It's just phenomenal, dude.
And
Just
it sounds like
phenomenal.
you guys are having a really good time. Like there's some singing, some hooping and hollering in
Oh,
the
dude, they're
background. I
getting
love
ready.
it.
Yeah, we're on a break right now, and the next act is like on stage right now. Like, I don't know if you can see this back here. Like, we're backstage. I'm backstage. What's going on? And like, there's people on stage, like with guitars. Like, there's gonna be a rock concert here. I don't even know what's happening right now, but they're because I'm a speaker. They're like letting me hang out backstage. Like, there's like hundreds and hundreds of people out front. It was just so loud. I couldn't even find a spot to like record this right now. That was like not crazy.
Hey, the fact that you could shoehorn it in and give us one more moment. And I've got to ask people to hop on board with something that we're going to do as phase two here in a moment. But I want to go back to your speech just for a second, because when you were talking about Bob Munkle and writing those scripts, and when the words matter, you need a script, you also had some people, everybody at Sleep Summit, do an exercise. And that exercise at the end of day one, when you spoke, was write down your high definition vision. And I tell you what happened that next morning. I said, anybody do Jason's homework? Because having that high definition vision gives you the words around the vision that create the script for where you want to go. And I
Yeah.
tell you, some of the top performers in that room that I know have significant operations, they're the ones that wrote down their high definition vision. Even though they have one, they had new high definition visions. And you're
Yeah.
creating high definition visions around the moments that need scripted as well. It's such an important concept.
100%. Yeah. Like I can't overstate how important that is. And I was so glad. I was obviously, we kind of surprised everybody that I was going to be there, but I was kind of hiding in the back listening to all of that and was just like blown away at like seeing that and hearing what some of the people are doing. So yeah, like totally awesome. And for anybody listening, like think about it like doing a jigsaw puzzle. And if you didn't have that picture on the front of the box, how much harder it is to put all the pieces in place and to make the picture work. You need that vision so you know where you're heading. So you know what it looks like. So even if it changes, just get that vision down, set yourself in motion and make it as clear as you can. And even if you don't know what it is yet, make it up. It's part of the game. So yeah,
You know,
totally.
one of the things that I said at the very beginning of Sleep Summit was I want to go from connections to community. I want to go from
Totally.
curiosity to a commitment. And I want you to go from committed to a level that some might call crazy, because the ones that are really committed, sometimes it comes across as a little out there. And I had so many
Totally.
people that said, I'm in. I am going to a level that's beyond committed. And so as part of that, you know me in this industry, I feel like number one, I have such a responsibility to this community after 550 plus podcast episodes and every event under the sun, and saying, hey, we're going to do, some new events that bring new energy to this industry. Having that level of commitment is so important to me, and I feel like I have to be a good steward of that. And one of the ways I wanted to do that was I was like, hey, Jason, um, I, I need you. If you can be here, like if you can do this more for some of the people that are in the mattress industry, we and I would be forever grateful. And we've got some really special things that we've cooked
Dude,
up.
we got some amazing things that I mean, my level of enthusiasm around what we're doing, because I know what the impact is going to be. Like I've seen it before, I've done it before, but with not with I shouldn't say not with. This is a very special group of people that you've brought together. You built the fam, right? People that are members of the fam are exceptional. They're just exceptional people, exceptional human beings, exceptional entrepreneurs, exceptional business people. And what we're about to do is going to be, I mean, I know I said the word epic a lot. Like that's the word that keeps coming to mind since Sleep Summit. It's like epic, 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 because it is going to be epic. Um, and I don't know, man. I'm excited to share with everyone in your audience that wasn't able to be at Sleep Summit what we're doing, but I don't think I can do it right now because like this is about to start. Like I don't mean to be like that guy, but um, can we rally the troops maybe like another day this week and get everybody together and share what we're doing?
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure, like, before I lose you here to another main stage. Okay, you got your calendar up. I've got mine up.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
look at
do it.
them.
Yeah, what do
Okay,
you got?
so I hope this works for everybody. But all right, you got a blank space
Tuesday.
at Tuesday. Okay, I'm good on
Yeah,
Tuesday, the 17th, October 17th.
October 17th. Yeah. Like I'm flying all day tomorrow because I got to get back. But Tuesday, like, dude, anytime after, how about 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central? Does that work?
1 Central, wide open for me. Okay,
Dude,
so
let's
let's
do it.
do 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. That would put it 11 Pacific. So that's good before lunchtime for our friends on the West Coast.
Yeah, totally. And let's just like hop on Zoom and like see everybody and share and just let's just talk about what we're doing because it is epic and it is going to be changing some lives. And I can't, I mean, man, dude, it's just so exciting. Just so exciting.
There are a lot of people that came to Sleep Summit who know about what's going on. They know a little bit about what's going on because they said yes and they deepened their commitment. So
Oh
we
my God.
didn't
Yeah,
want people that
if
weren't
you
able to
know it,
come.
don't tell anybody. Like
Yeah,
you
don't tell anybody.
don't
Don't
ruin the
tell anybody.
surprise. Like if you're listening to this and you know what we're talking about, like zip,
Zip it.
zip.
There might be
Yeah.
something in my hand right here, right now that I will reveal at
Oh,
some point.
hold on.
Don't do
There
it.
might
Don't
be
show it.
something in my hand. There might be something in my hand too.
It's you got to place it in the perfect location,
I
superhero.
I'm just saying here. I'm just saying. I may have said too much. I may have said too much. But
Well, hey,
yeah, dude.
it was a summit event, and it means that if you're going to go on a journey up a dangerous mountain, you're going to want to do it with people. You're going to want to be together. You're going to want to have resources. You're going to want to follow a guide that's been there before. And I think for people who don't know your story, Jason, you and Drew together took a business from zero to 150 million in annual sales in 12 years. And you ended up selling that business, but you've done it in multiple industries, multiple categories. And so the fact that we get to have, even a sliver and a slice of what falls out of your brain and your mouths, you and Drew both, we're just beyond lucky, or truly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, slight correction. It was 150 million in total sales, not per year, but it's still a lot of sales.
Oh,
And
shucks.
and and we learned a whole lot of things. Some because we figured it out, like, and it worked, and some because we got spanked really hard and we lost our shirts and we learned a lesson. So like if we can share some of that and help other people, like that just feels good. And we believe, as you know, you believe, you, me, Drew, we believe that entrepreneurs are a big part of the solution to make the world a better place, to create more jobs, to create more impact, to create more freedom for ourselves. So, yeah, man, this is just a gift, and you have given us this gift to be able to be involved in this group. And we joke about getting stuck in this industry, but the people have just been amazing. Like just the stories that we've learned, people's journeys that they've shared with us, the kindness, the generosity, the giving back to the community, just amazing. So again, it's been a gift for us, and we're doubling down. We're putting our heart and our soul in here with you. We're proud to be partnering with you on some stuff that I know we can't tell everybody what it all is right now, but dude, it's going to be epic again.
Epic. I'll tell you what we'll
That's
do.
the word.
We'll put the link. So people, I'll have Adrian from our team put together like a little registration link with you
Perfect.
guys. So you go to the show notes. If you're on the podcast app, you can do that. If you're on YouTube, just do a little drop down. It's going to be in the show notes, and then we'll send out emails to everybody. So maybe you'll see that email. You can text us if you go to fam.news and you text us like, hey, I can't find it. What the heck's going on? Just shoot us a text on our podium number and we'll get that to you. But we want to see you we decided 2 p.m. Eastern on October 17th, because you're not going to want to miss out. If you already missed out once, don't do it again, because it is EPIC. It is epic.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
is,
so excited.
and it won't be that long. It won't.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna take that much of your time. Like, just come. Like, it will be less than an hour. I promise you. We will keep it tight. We'll keep it. We'll keep it tight. But you don't want to miss us.
All right. Hey, man, thank you again for just going all in on Sleep Summit. We had you up on Zoom. You made like the overnight trip. Next thing you know, you were on stage. Drew was there. I just can't thank you guys enough. And obviously, that moment whenever you came on stage and we surprised everybody, you had Kelly Charles, you had Samuel you had Keith Moneymaker, you had James President. All they wanted to do is give you a big hug. Speaks volumes.
It was mutual. Like, I was just so proud of them sharing like the stories of what's happened in the past 6 months, that we've had the opportunity to kind of like meet them, help them, coach them, support them. These are people that are taking massive imperfect action and getting massive results. Like, I have so much respect, gratitude, and love for them. Just being able to see them in that moment and hear their stories, and they didn't even know I was there, was just it was epic. I
It
keep
was
saying
epic.
it. I don't know. It was, and it really nurtured my soul too. So like, it just felt so good to see them. I was just so proud of all of them. Each and every one of them has done so much and have come so far. And the crazy thing, dude, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Like you keep saying, these are beginnings that have this through line, and what we're creating now gives people another vehicle to help them go to a bigger place. And so, yeah, it's pretty special. Pretty special.
Well, we'll hop on there this coming up Tuesday. And then in the meantime, we know you have a lot of other people on the other side of that curtain to go inspire.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised we're not hearing the chants yet.
Well,
Friedman,
they haven't let him
Friedman.
in. No. This is not my event. Like, I'm just one of many. But they're about to let people in. It's going to get loud and crazy in here. They're almost. There's a lot of parallels. Like, maybe we'll talk about that on Tuesday too, just a little bit more if you want. But there's a lot of parallels between the crazy marketers and the crazy mattressers, and they both start with M. So I don't know what else there's in common, but there's a lot.
Mattresses, marketing. We've even seen people from the therapy side of the world and mattress people in the same room. Maybe we'll tell that story as well.
I know, actually, one of them was here. One of the women that you met that was in that workshop with us, that was a therapist. So I have a lot of stuff to share with you. I can't wait to do it again, man. But yeah, I got a jet now. But thanks for bringing me on. Thanks for letting me share a little bit in this journey with you. Really, man, it's just super profound.
Absolutely. My pleasure and an honor. And thanks again, man. It was great having you at Sleep Summit.
Likewise, buddy.